Let's talk about password management. Remember that we have here all the users in our system, that this second field, the X that appears as the second field in each line, is the password for that user. But we can't, it's not really here. Users' passwords were here at first, but this file, in the password file, must be readable by everybody. So it's not a very good idea to have the passwords in a place where everybody can read the passwords. The passwords were encrypted, but it doesn't. There were some tools for breaking the passwords, for getting the real password, so it was a headache for system administrator. So the passwords are not here anymore. The passwords are in another file called etc shadow. Okay, this is for the shadow passwords, and I can't see the contents of that file. Only root can see the contents of the shadow file. It's the file where all the passwords are stored. So I need to run this command with sudo, and I can see the contents of the file. This is it's similar to password file. It's lines, and each line has some fields separated by colon, and here we can see the different fields. Okay, here we can see the different fields. Those are system passwords, and those are real passwords. Okay, the password for real users. And the information that we have here, I will just open maybe the last one. Shadow file. Okay, this last entry, we have the username here. We have the password here. Of course, this is not the real password of the user. It's ciphered. So well, cipher is ciphered in a way that we can check the password. We can't see the real password of the user. So if we have access to this file, we don't know the password for Ernie or for the users. And here we have another field indicating the last time the password was changed. So for example, this is the last time the password was changed. This is the expiration date of a password, some of the information that we are not using here. Okay, those are the days. This is the Unix time, the days that from the 1st of January of 1970. Okay, this is the Unix dates. So don't worry about that. There are conversions. The important thing here is the password. We have the password, and the format of this password is that you have here. Okay, this is cipher. You have the algorithm here, you have the salt here, and you have other information here. And with that, the system can check if the password is the correct one, but we can't. It's not easy to solve the password of that user. So, for example, maybe our last 5 lines. No, for example, we have here a different password. This is the algorithm. I don't know the algorithm. I will try to reproduce that, but I don't know the algorithm. But in case you want to know the password that you say, you will need to start to try different password until you find one. And it's very difficult to pick a password with uppercase, lowercase, symbols, and everything. Okay. How can we change the password of a user? Well, the first thing that we can do is to change our own password. This is done with passwd command, and if I run that, I can change my password. This is the current one and the new password. Okay, I try to use the same password. It hasn't changed, so try a new one. Okay, password not matched. Maybe I will be able to do that. Okay. Okay, I need a longer password. Okay, done. Now I have a different password, and this is the way that I will be able to authenticate myself into the system. Okay, remember we are only seeing here the user password authentication, but there are other ways of authenticating a user. I can also change the password of another user, but only if I am the root user. So if I run the same command with sudo, okay, and I put a username here. I don't remember the usernames I have. So for example, okay, the Ernie password, I want to change the Ernie password. So it doesn't ask me for my current password. It asks for the new password of the user. Ernie2. Okay, if in the case the password had matched, then the password has been changed for that user. But only root can do that. And there is another important thing. I will show you the shadow file again here. Maybe with less, it will be better. Here, some users doesn't have a password. So system users, for example, here, we can see that user and Ernie will have a real password, but the rest of the users have an asterisk here, have in case of root, we have an exclamation here. That means that those users can't log in into our system using the user password, because those users are not meant to be to open a login cell. So the root in most Linux system is not allowed to open a shell. We must run commands with sudo or with other methods as we will see in another video. So this is the file where the password are stored. We have the password command to change our password and other user password, and that's it for password management in Linux.